Okay, this is Chapter 8, Section 2, example number 5. It's an SAT type of question, and sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're medium, sometimes they're hard. And so this is actually a little bit of a tricky one. You're going to have to think. And what they want, they tell you one thing. They tell you, this is important that we get this down first, otherwise we'll have some problems here, is that AB is greater than BD. Okay? So that means that we can put the angles. Let's just look at the triangle ABD, and let's put the angles in order. So we know the angle across here, that controls angle A. This controls angle A. And we know that AB is across from D. So we know that is true. Okay, so that's important that we get that information there. I'm going to erase what's on there now so we can write some more on here. Okay, now let's think about the triangle rules. The parallelogram rules. We know in parallelograms, or in any parallelogram, we know the opposite angles are congruent. Okay, so really A lets us know is equivalent, or we'll say congruent because we're not talking about measures here, to angle C. Okay? Okay? So one of the statements says angle yes, one of the statements says angle that CD is less than BD. CD is the same size as AD. And we know AB is the same size as CD. So they're asking us, is CD and BD? They're asking us to compare this one and this one. Well, we already know that AB equals CD, and AB is bigger than BD. So I'm going to erase that. Whoops. So we know CD is bigger than BD. Okay? That tells us that if you look at the answer choices, this one is not true. So I'm not going to choose number 1. Okay? So I'm going to get rid of that. We'll talk about the angles in a second. I was going down the path I didn't want to go. So we know that 1 is not true. So I'm going to erase all this. Okay? We can get rid of number 1. The other one that they're asking us is, what about ADB? So let me continue to erase this. Okay. So they want to know A to D to B, and they want to know angle C. We know angle C and angle A are the same. And we know that this angle is really angle ADB. Oh, I can't write today. Okay, so we automatically know that this angle should, because of this here, should be bigger than angle C. Okay? Angle ADB is controlled by this side here. Angle A is controlled by this angle, but C is also controlled by this side. A and C are the same, so they're going to be, we've got our statement there, and we can check if it's true. ADB is greater than A. This is actually a true statement. This is a true statement right here. It's true. So I know that was one of the choices. I'm going to choose Roman numeral 2. I'm going to write it here. We know we're not choosing 1. We're going to choose 2. But SAT means we have to check all 3 statements. In the SAT, you have to check all 3 statements. So let's go back here and erase this stuff. Okay, I'm just going to erase it all and put the picture back in. Just easier. And we already said we're taking number 2. That's what we just figured out. We know number 1 didn't work. So let's look at number 3. It says, is CDB, go C, D, sorry, B, D is greater than angle A. Whoops. Don't like that. Let's erase this. We'll write it over here. Angle CDB. I got it backwards. Is greater than angle A. So we know this and this is true. This and this is true. Okay? And they told us that if we go back here in black, AB is greater than BD. Okay? And they want us to look at angle CBD, this angle here. Remember we said this side is the same as this side. So we can change, so really this side goes with CD. Okay? They're equal. Okay? Which means that angle B is affected. This affects angle, what do we want? C to B to D. Okay? That's the angle we care about right here. And we know then angle A was affected. Angle A is affected by B to D. So we can put this all the way down here. And we already know that since this is bigger than this right here. So this is bigger than BD. So we know that's true. And that is true. And that's the third point they want us to do. So we would actually select choices 2 and 3 if we were doing the SAT. It's a little bit of work there. It's quite a long bit of thinking to explain.